Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Calf worship, detestable and useless. Throughout Scripture, calf worship and the worship of idols are portrayed as both detestable in the eyes of God and ultimately useless. These passages emphasize that turning to idols, such as the golden calf, reflects a rejection of the true God and leads to spiritual blindness and corruption. The practice of idol worship, including calf worship, is condemned as a futile and sinful act that distances the people from the living God. Calf worship is detestable. Deuteronomy 7:25. The images of their gods you are to burn in the fire. Do not covet the silver and gold on them, and do not take it for yourselves, or you will be ensnared by it, for it is detestable to the Lord your God. God commanded the Israelites to destroy the idols of the nations they encountered, including any images or representations such as calves. These idols were detestable because they turned the people's hearts away from the worship of the true God. Idol worship, including calf worship, was an abomination that led to spiritual enslavement and separation from God's holiness. Calf worship is useless. Isaiah 44:9-20. All who make idols are nothing, and the things they treasure are worthless. The blacksmith takes a tool and works with it in the coals. He shapes an idol with hammers. He prays to it and says, "Save me, you are my God." This passage exposes the utter futility of idol worship, mocking those who fashion idols, such as golden calves, from their own hands, and then foolishly pray to them for deliverance. Isaiah describes the creation of idols as a pointless act that cannot save or deliver anyone. The worship of such images is portrayed as a sign of spiritual blindness, where the people cannot see the emptiness of their devotion to man-made objects. Isaiah 46:6-7. Some pour out gold from their bags and weigh out silver on the scales. They hire a goldsmith to make it into a god, and they bow down and worship it. They lift it to their shoulders and carry it. They set it up in its place, and there it stands. From that spot, it cannot move. Even though someone cries out to it, it cannot answer. It cannot save them from their troubles. Isaiah again highlights the uselessness of idols, including calf images, in this passage. Despite being crafted from precious metals, these idols are lifeless and immobile, unable to respond or save those who cry out to them. This passage shows the foolishness of trusting in something powerless, contrasting sharply with the living God who actively delivers and saves his people. Calf worship reflects a corrupt heart. Romans 1:21-23. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images made to look like a mortal human being, and birds and animals and reptiles. Paul, in his letter to the Romans, speaks directly about the human tendency to reject the true God and turn to idol worship, including worshiping images of animals like calves. This turning away from God leads to futile thinking and spiritual corruption. The exchange of God's glory for created things reflects a deep spiritual disorder, where people abandon their Creator for worthless images. In these passages, calf worship and idolatry in general are condemned as both detestable to God and entirely useless. Idol worship represents a rejection of the true God and leads to moral and spiritual degradation. The worship of idols, like the golden calf, stands in stark contrast to the worship of the living God, who alone is worthy of honor and capable of saving his people.